Good evening. President Donald Trump is now calling on Congress to act quickly, replacing a complex immigration program, a program he announced will end in 6 months.
It's deferred action for childhood arrivals. It has shielded young unauthorized immigrants from deportation since President Obama enacted it back in 2012.
Chants and outcries reverberating in our nation's capital this evening. Tens of thousands of people marching in support of undocumented immigrants impacted by this announcement. Just one of many large protests across the country today.
Tonight we have live team coverage explaining this complex story. Eddie Guajardo examines the potential impact to labor and the workforce here in San Antonio. But we begin with Oscar Margain along the border talking to Daca recipients unsure about their next move.
Good morning. I'm here today to announce that the program known as Daca that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded.
Many long faces among Daca recipients, their families, and pro-immigrant activists as they listened live to Attorney General Jeff Sessions announcing the end of an executive order that provided temporary legal status and work permits for around 800,000 undocumented immigrants.
I was hoping that it would be a different outcome, but I was expecting it.
22-year-old Leslie Gonzalez is one of approximately 28,000 dreamers in this region of the border, people brought to the U.S. illegally by their parents when they were children. She came to the U.S. at just 6 years old and is now a year away from graduating with a bachelor's degree. Her two brothers are also Daca recipients. They haven't spoken yet.
I know it's something that's going to hurt us all. So I know that getting home, it's going to be a lot of crying and then just trying to find solutions. But we're here.
Leslie and the rest of the group are trying to keep their spirits up, reminding themselves of the fight that lies ahead. They rallied outside the Texas Attorney General's district office, a symbolic location as Texas recently threatened the White House with a lawsuit if such program continued. With the end of Daca comes uncertainty. Many of these immigrants and their families now consider a return to hiding in the shadows, like Maria, who chose to not share her last name or remove her sunglasses, fearing her undocumented son would be identified. She's holding back tears, she says, vowing to continue the fight, pressuring her community to vote. Living in the shadows is only one new reality facing hundreds of thousands across the country. Those who live along the southern border may also lose their ability to travel, as all roads north lead to Border Patrol checkpoints.
Well, I did feel stuck before Daca, and I know that once March 5th hits us, I'm going to feel stuck again.
Dreamers here are now having to turn to a Republican-led Congress for a permanent solution to this issue. They'll have 6 months before the Daca program expires. In far near the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.